To my surprise, there wasn't a hallway full of children, my students on my floor. There was smoke and fire. I immediately shut the door, and I began to panic. I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, this is the real thing. What am I gonna do? My heart is racing. Tears are running down my eyes, out of my eyes, and I think to myself, how are we gonna get out? Immediately, I turned back around and I faced the door and I turned the knob and I entered the hallway. Suddenly, I began knocking on the doors, and I yelled and screamed, fire, fire to fire, everyone wake up, please, this is real. The back of my head, my scalp is burning. And as I continue, I pat the back of my scalp, trying to extinguish the flame. Then I notice my hands, they're on fire. And from then, I see that no one is waking up. No one is hearing my voice. So what is left for me to do? Then I turn around from the corner and I place my key into the knob and I turn and I'm screaming now and I'm beginning to give up. But for some reason, I open my window and I begin yelling, screaming, fire, fire to fire. Everyone, please wake up. This is not a hoax, this is not a prank. Please wake up, everyone, please. No one's responding. No one is responding to my call. Everyone is still resting. And I'm holding myself at this point because I'm in so much pain, excruciating. But even so, I turn back and I walk out back into the hallway. And I begin knocking. Up and down the hallway, knocking. And I'm screaming, fire, fire to fire. Suddenly, I begin to hear voices. Oh my God. And a few of the residents, they begin to open up their door and they're seeing that this time it's real. But this wasn't enough. I enter my room once again and I begin to yell and scream, hoping that this time they'll hear me, they'll hear my call. And to my surprise, it's working. And I see people turning on their lights in their rooms and they're opening up their windows and they begin to yell and scream. And I try once again, my last attempt, to walk up and down the hallway. And I collapse, I fall in front of my doorstep. And I drop my keys. And at this time, I'm thinking to myself, I'm gonna die. I'm only 21 years old. And I'm thinking at this time that I'm gonna die. I'm never gonna see my mom, my dad, my sister, my brother anymore. And I hear, well, I start to pray because I figure I've done everything that I can do at this particular time, and I figure prayer will be my last hope. And after I've said my prayer, I place my head down, and suddenly I hear voices down the hallway. And by this time, I'm relieved because I'm thinking to myself, I have opportunity, this is my opportunity to evacuate the building. And believe me, I never thought that I would be in a situation like this after informing the residents that your life is valuable and you should never take the sound of a fire alarm lightly. When you hear that sound, you get up and you try to leave and evacuate the building. But I tell you, it was much more than what I imagined. Everything that was familiar to me was no more. Everything was dark, gloomy. And one of the perks of being an RA was having your own room, your own solitude. And I used to enjoy being by myself at times. But just then, I've never felt so alone.